everyone, and welcome to the Atlanta Motor Speedway and the first race of the Trackmasters Cup Series Amateur Tour. It's a great day for racing as these 11 cars will take on one of the oldest tracks on the schedule. The pole sitter Parker Ness will lead the field to green, and in practice his car looked great. Expect him to be a threat today. But out of these 11 drivers, only one will prevail. Don't go anywhere. NASCAR on TMG will be right back after this. TMG in the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Today, these 11 drivers will take on 10 laps at Atlanta for the start of the Trackmasters Cup Series Amateur Tour. With 11 drivers and only one winner, the stakes are high for these rookies. We're almost ready to go green flag racing here at Atlanta, but first, it's time for the most famous words in motorsports, presented by the M&M Cup Series.
Drivers, start your engines!
Engines fire up at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for today's event. On pole today is the 02 of Parker Ness, and beside him, the 10 of Ian Adams. In row 2, it's the number 2 of Cody Johnson and the number 99 of Trip McGinnis. Row 3, it's the number 65 of Julian Lozano, and to the outside, it's the 15 of Brandon Figueroa. To the inside on row 4, it's Drake Mays, and to the outside, it's the 56 of Donovan David. To the inside on row 5, it's Chase Bell, and to the outside, it's Josh Houston in row 5. Rounding out the field, it's the 01 Gillette car of Jonathan Mick. Here are your notes for today's race. 73 degrees air temperature with 11 cars, only a 0% chance of rain, and it's the first race of the Trackmasters Cup Series Amateur Tour. We're green at Atlanta. Parker Ness gets a great jump on Ian Adams, the second place driver, as we go down the back straightaway. McGinnis goes to the inside of Cody Johnson, not sure if that's going to work out. Back down the front straightaway, you can see that big gap between Parker Ness and Ian Adams, but Ness has been complaining about something inside the car. Adams is closing the gap fast. Down the front straightaway, Adams is in that draft looking to close the gap. He has a run on the outside, and off of turn 2, he's going to take the lead. Take a look at the fourth place driver, Drake Mays, driving for Napa Autosport. He has a great car today, looking to make it to the front. Meanwhile, Parker Ness is into the wall. Cody Johnson takes over the second spot, but the 02 of Parker Ness is going to come down pit road. Following him is Drake Mays and Donovan David. We got a spinner in turn 3. That's Trip McGinnis around off the bumper of Brandon Figueroa. Let's take a look at this. Figueroa got loose on the inside, snapped back up into the 99. And Josh Houston, that 23 FDA car, just kind of plowed into the back. The 15. Chase Bell in that 18 was able to avoid the carnage. But here it is. Ambulance is out on the racetrack. These drivers will go to the infield care center, but window nets are down on all of them. As the red flag has been displayed for the front of the field, here's your running order. The current leader is Ian Adams, followed by Cody Johnson, then Julian Lozano, Jonathan Mick, Donovan David, Drake Mays, and Chase Bell. But there will be pit stop. These drivers don't have enough fuel or tires to make it to the end alone. So I suspect that Drake Mays will end up taking over the lead. Meanwhile, Parker Ness has been sent to the garage area, and I highly suspect that he will not be able to make it back out on the racetrack. And don't go anywhere. NASCAR on TMG will be right back after this.
Hello, I am Commercial Bot. I am here to advertise this cat.
Welcome back to NASCAR on TMG. The red flag has just been lifted, and we're back under yellow. Let's take a look at how the field stacks up after pit stops. When we go back racing, the leader will be Drake Mays, followed by his teammate Donovan David. In third will be Cody Johnson, then Ian Adams, Julian Lozano, Jonathan Mick, and rounding out the field, Chase Bell. And now we all ignore the fact that this is a shot that we reused from the beginning of the race, and we are back racing at Atlanta. Drake Mays on the restart gets a good jump over the second place driver, Donovan David. Now we're on board with Drake Mays. And up front through 1 and 2, Cody Johnson makes a move to the inside. They're side by side down the back straightaway. In 3 and 4, Drake Mays is edging ahead of the 2 of Cody Johnson. Down the front straightaway at the white flag, Drake Mays is going to lead. Cody Johnson is still trying to reel him in, but will he have enough time? We're on board with the 2 now. Down the back straightaway, Donovan David trying to make a run from third to second. But up front, Drake Mays will take him and Napa Autosports to victory lane at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. What a great race this was. This is probably what won him the race. He came down pit road just mere seconds before the caution came out, and when everyone else pitted during the caution, he was able to capture the lead. And now Drake Mays is going to burn it down at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And really, what a great day it was overall for Napa Autosport. Their drivers finished first and third. Let's take a look at the rest of the finishing results. In second place was Cody Johnson, followed up by Donovan David, then Julian Lozano, Jonathan Mick, Chase Bell, and Ian Adams. Here are your DNFs for today. Brandon Figueroa, your pole sitter Parker Ness, Josh Houston, and Trip McGinnis. We hope you enjoyed today's race at Atlanta. Next week, the Trackmasters Cup Series Amateur Tour returns from the All-American Speedway in Roseville, California. We hope you have a great rest of your Sunday, and this is the Motorsports Guy, signing out.